What's going on, guys? I'm your boy SuLLy, and today I'm back with episode 86 of SuLLy on Sundays. Yes, we are carrying it on, continuing it as planned since the start of the year, and a couple of months beforehand actually. I went back and looked all the way back to the end of last year, to work out how long exactly I'd been doing it every week for and how many I haven't missed. And it turns out I've been doing it for essentially around about a year now, I think. Or within the next week or so, I would have been doing it for exactly a year, without missing an episode, without fail, which is absolutely awesome news for me because it's something that I wanted to do since I first said it at the end of last year, and I've kept it up, done an episode no matter what was happening in my life, whether it was good, bad, everything. I was able to do it, keep it up, and I'm quite proud of that fact, to be honest. If you don't know what this is by now, then you should probably get to learning. You'll be able to see this every Sunday on my channel. It's my weekly vlogging series where I sit down, tell you guys about my week, any news I feel you guys should be informed of over the next coming weeks, etc., whether it be relating to my channel, uni, life in general, all of that jazz. And yeah, this week was a bit of a weird week. I haven't done a whole lot, just because the work we're doing in the studio production stuff, I don't really have a huge part in, apart from making an external transmedia piece, which is like an interactive media piece relating to a website that's quite research based and not really something I can do with the rest of my group, which is kind of annoying. I did have to do some studio work for another group where we had to essentially work the lighting desk, but I was just sat there with one of the other people from my group, Georgina. If you're watching this, hey, we were literally sat there for like an hour and a half doing nothing because the group didn't want any changes done to their lighting or anything like that. So that was quite annoying again, but it was just funny to be able to sit there and watch these people act for an hour and a half. So yeah, that's all of that jazz in terms of this week at uni. I didn't attend my Thursday or Friday lecture, just because I genuinely felt like crap. Couldn't bring myself to get out of bed and just get up to go, and I ended up just missing those, staying in bed. I slept through one of them, and then the other one I just didn't go to. So that was really the reasoning for that. If you're wondering why there hasn't been any videos on my channel this week, it's because I haven't played as much video games as I would like. When I have played, I've been playing GBs and things like that. I have streamed twice this week. Once was for like 3-4 hours, another time was similar length. And that was pretty much all I did content wise this week. I haven't recorded anything new. I have a couple of gameplays that I can upload, but I need live commentaries and things like that because they weren't recorded with my vocal aspect to it, so I'd have to come up with a commentary for those to upload them, as I don't just want like a silent gameplay of me going off, as I've uploaded in the past. But big news on the whole PC front is that Ryan Razar, who is in my sub box, the friend I shouted out last week, actually gave me the PC that he was going to give me, with a lot of the parts stripped out, but it did still have the graphics card, power supply, some RAM, hard drive and stuff that I essentially just took out and put into my PC. I can't show you it in my PC at the moment unless I upload a picture to the video and edit that in at some point, which I may do, I may not do. If I have, then hey, you've seen it. If I haven't, then sorry, but laziness. This is the remains of the PC that he gave me. What you can see on top of the PC there, if my finger comes into shot, that is my power supply, which I had to take out of the PC, currently sat just behind my webcam. I had to take it out just so I could actually run the new graphics card in my PC, as my old one didn't have a certain connector you needed to power up the graphics card itself, which made that a lot more awkward than it had to be. It wasn't working for like a day and a half, and then I kept trying to just turn it on and off today, and it started working again. I'm not sure what is different from when it was plugged in the other day, but everything's just started working. It actually booted today, the PSU fan started spinning, the CPU started working, the GPU works fine, I have it all set up, I've installed the drivers. All I have to do is sort of shuffle the screen and calibrate it properly so that it works. I haven't been able to play any games yet, which sucks, but I do plan on doing so just after I record this actually, just to see what sort of settings I can run things on, whether it's any better for me, and if I will now be able to hopefully live stream some gameplay. But fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes. I won't live stream today, maybe tomorrow after my studio project, just to sort of wind down and relax a bit, and then the next few days will be spent on like an essay and stuff. But yeah, I do finish my first term of uni on the 9th of December. It's currently the 27th now, so in 12 days, 13 days, something like that. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be finishing up, and then I don't know whether I'll be going home or not. Like it is, I won't, because there's no real need for me to go home. Obviously I'll see people on Christmas. I plan on having Christmas with my sister and my mum, which we haven't actually been able to do since I got into care, so that's going to be absolutely amazing, because it's literally nearly been 10 years since we were able to sit down as a family on Christmas and actually have a Christmas dinner, so that should be all good. That should be awesome, and fingers crossed that all of that goes to plan. I'll be getting my first installment of my bursary come December 9th as well, but I don't think, well, depending on how things work out with the PC I currently have, I don't know if I'll start buying PC parts yet. What I plan on doing with the first sum of the bursary is paying part of my second term accommodation fees, paying off people that I owe money to, and then going out and spoiling myself a bit, buying things that I want. I need to get some new trainers, a lot of new trainers, some new clothes, a lot of new clothes, because I haven't actually gone out and bought a shit ton of new clothes in a long time. But we'll see how things go with the January sales and things like that, just depending on if there are PC parts or different things that I want for my computer or my setup, then I may go forward and get that. I need to go and get out one of the original Elgatos, just so I can like play old Call of Duties and stuff like that, because that's always a nice throwback, and I want to be able to record that gameplay at some point, so I may do that, and then update like my keyboard and mouse, if anything, on my PC within the next few weeks or so, which will be all good. Big news about next year for uni is that I have found some potential housemates for next year. They all seem really cool so far from the conversations we've had. We're planning on meeting up tonight for a pint down at our local pub from the uni, chilling, sorting out contract talks, working out how much everything's going to cost next year and things like that. But genuinely, they all seem like awesome dudes. I know they all play PlayStation. I think one of them plays PC games as well, and one is a massive Star Wars fan like I am. And on that front, I actually did manage to get myself a Star Wars ticket. They dropped on Monday, I think it was, if I'm correct, or whenever it was. I ended up being up at like 1:30, and I spent £29 on a ticket for that. So fingers crossed I can get there on time and there aren't any issues. What I plan on doing is on the 15th, so on the 15th around like 3 PM, I'll go into central London, grab myself some food, go towards Leicester Square to see if the premiere is actually happening there, because if I can get just outside of the premiere, see anyone from the movie, it'd be absolutely fucking awesome. And the whole point to do that is, or me getting there early, is to try and do that. Plan on getting myself some Chipotle, because I haven't had a burrito in God knows how long. I've been dying for some Chipotle for ages. And what better time to do that than go in to see a Star Wars movie in central London on my ones. So that should be all cool, all awesome and fine and dandy. Content on the channel for next week, honestly I'm not too sure. Probably just some COD, maybe some GB highlights if I get down to playing some GBs. If not, I'll just be live streaming again like I did with this week. And if you guys do want to actually go back and watch any of my live streams, they are actually all available on my Twitch. They save as VODs after. So if you wanted to just watch and see what I get up to on the live stream, I'd recommend it, because some funny shit goes down. I actually rage quite a lot, which is quite funny, because you guys tend not to see that much in my gameplays. So I'd recommend that if you guys are interested in any more like gaming content on my channel. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really a whole lot to talk about. Just next week I have this studio project, an essay to finish, the transmedia aspect of my studio piece to finish, and then I'm not sure what I'll be doing for the next week. Just attending lectures, getting some shit done, sorting shit out, and hopefully after tonight I will actually have roommates for next year, which would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, quick shout out to a couple of people, just because I was at a party the other night and someone was actually intrigued to learn about my YouTube channel. Could have potentially been the fact that they were drunk, but I'm not sure how drunk they were at this point. So a shout out to Esme for subscribing on the night of the party. Apologies, it all went to shit towards the end of the night. But yeah, fuck party drama. It's not worth it. So yeah, shout out to Esme, and a massive shout out to Georgia, who is my friend, who lives in the block literally next door to me, for making uni life a lot less stressful and a lot less daunting, and actually being someone that I could talk to about pretty much anything whenever the fuck I want. But yeah, quick shout outs just to those people. Thank you for watching if you were watching. Do be sure to subscribe if you are new, guys. As always, I've been your boy SuLLy. This has been SuLLy on Sundays, episode 86. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.